Hi, I'm Kath, the Corny Sewing Girl. Welcome back. And as per usual, a lot's been going on again. Just to enlighten you as to what's been going on, because it's been a while, my lovely mother-in-law Margaret has passed. Yeah, very sad. And I'll just show you a lovely picture of her in her younger days. There we go. There she is. That's our Margaret. If I just, some light or something's reflecting there. So there you go. God, wasn't she just a lovely lady? She was, whenever you needed her, she was there. She was obviously wonderful. So we had the sad news of that, and we had obviously her home to sort out and to bring home all the stuff the children had there that we'd put up in her loft, a lot of the children's school books and toys, you know, that you wanted to hold on to. So we had all that to go through, and then I went down with the flu. Quite poorly I was. I picked up from that, and then I come up to my sewing room and decided to make a dress, which is this one here. Now, I didn't film making it purely because I'd already done one in the summer. Sad saying summer now, isn't it? Which was like, it had, it's more like an Italian fabric I had that had, or what did it have on? Like Colosseums or something it had on it. And I was showing you how it was a little bit baggy on top. So I've took it down a size on this one. Now this fabric, believe it or not, was really, really cheap. It was only like £3.50 to £4 a yard. I generally like to pay a little bit more because I do like my fabric to be nice. But I just wanted to get the sizing right on this pattern. Now, I've got the pattern here. It was this one here. It's a new look pattern. Remember, I've shown you this one a couple of times before when I made it in the summer, and that was 6301. I see that Vogue has got a pattern sale, and I see they've got a lovely wrap dress there. So I might buy that one to give that one a go. I'll show you it in a minute on my laptop. But there you go. That's the pattern I've done this week. This one here, I done the same principle as before. I didn't want over keen on this fabric purely because of the pattern, because the pattern seems to sort of run. It's like, I don't know if you could even call it, was it geometrical print, but it's not like on grain where the pattern print is straight. It seems to be running all over the place a bit, but it's you almost feel like you wanted to pull the fabric a little bit when you were, before you cut it out, but you knew then you would be off grain. So I went with it on grain and just thought, well, if I don't like it, I can wear it when I'm up here filming, can't I, when I'm sewing, because it's gone a bit colder now. Well, in fact, it hasn't gone that cold yet, but it's a bleak day today. It's very wet and mucky, and I feel sad when the summer is gone. Anyway, that is my dress. Now, before I, well, I suppose I could show you while I've got them out here, some more winter patterns. What I found is some coats, because I've gone out and bought a coat, which I'll take you off. I'll take the camera off the stand in a minute and show you my new coat. I bought it purely because I wanted a good quality one, a nice content of wool that I could have for a few years and always have a nice smart coat. But you know, True Fabrics do beautiful fabric, and I thought it might cost a bit to buy proper, you know, wool. 100% wool maybe would be a bit dear. So I looked around the town. Although this coat I bought was a Ted Baker's, was a Ted Baker's one, and it wasn't cheap. It was quite expensive. I knew that I got me coat. I can make all my dresses now and all my tops. I'd have to now, wouldn't I? Splashing out on that. And I might make a smaller coat purely just in case I don't want a big one, you know, and these are nice. I'll go and get my coat in a minute and show you that. Now, these here look quite easy to do. You could see that one. There's princess seams, because I always love them, because they are, once you start doing them, you won't go back. You'll know how easy they are. And I've shown you how I ease in. And there they are, you know, there. I'll take this one out, but I did just want to say I am going to pull my art out, because last time I was doing a fish with my art, and just show you how I got on and what I plan to do with that. And I haven't forgot that side of things as well. But here we are. Let's just see if we can give you the heads up on this pattern a moment, which is pattern number 1320. I don't know why they got K5 next to it in small writing, and it's a simplicity one. Now, I really quite like this one. Let's see if we can get the oh, never there when you want it, is it? Every piece will pop up but the one you want. There we go. Now you can see, if I hold that up there, there we go. You can see that one doesn't look too complicated, does it? And that one, I wouldn't mind making up. Just as a sort of a smaller coat, you know, not too long to wear. And you can see it has got princess seams there. But they're, like I said, easy to do. So that looks a lovely one. And, you know, that they always, this pattern runs in size 8 to 16, which is nice, because I hate them when they conk out at 14, because sometimes I do grade the 14s and the 16s together, so I hate it if they say, do you want the 14 or do you want the 16 up, because, you know, you can't play around with the two sizes or do a trial run and see and then go up, because you need two patterns, so I hate that. This one here is Mimi G, and I love this one. Now that has got a little cape over the top, and that seems quite basic underneath, but with the cape over the top, it really spruces it up. Now that would be another one that's easy to do, and that one is size 10 to 16 again. I think they take about 2 3/4 of fabric and a little bit extra for the cape. I won't go into all that because you'll all be different sizes, but I will hold it up there for you a moment if you wanted to look at anything on that. Okay, oh, got a bit of biscuit stuck to the back of that one. Anyway, let's just show you a picture of that. Just showing you the line drawings just so that you can have a little better perspective of that one. You know, I reckon that one would be quite fun to do. It looks long, actually. It looks longer than just a, it looks a good 3/4 one, that. But then, right, now that's me coats. Right, I hope I showed you and told you that pattern, just in case I didn't, the dress I made. That was New Look 6301, and that's, like you say, the same one I made back in the summer. Oh, I hate saying that, back in the summer. No, I haven't got any more coats, so I've got those two there that I've just showed you. Those two. I've probably got more here, but I'll find them again. Now, I've found a few little patterns here that I'd like to do, because I've been looking for me longer sleeve ones now, and some that look quite easy to do. I quite like the look of this, if you can see it there. I find that one didn't look, because that one hasn't even got a collar, and I think this one just goes up and around, I think, with a band on that one. And that is pattern number 8053. This one again, these are been out a while, and a lot of people would probably think they're old, but with modern material, they just look so lovely, and they hang nice. They've got a lovely lot of shaping. I have made this one before, a couple of years ago though, that was it, and it was once upon a time done in a sewing magazine as well. They had a little review on it all. That one, now that one, I thought I saw that on Manova Crafts, but I'm not sure. Can't seem to find it now, but I thought she did. And that's the back. And that one was another nice one, and that's New Look 6374. Did I say what that one was? I know I held it up anyway. And that one's McCall's. That one was a McCall's, and that was M7094. They're ones that have been out a while. This one here I think was more new, and a bit of the balloon sleeves on it a bit, and sadly I don't like them because I don't want to add too much any more bulk to me. I like to be, you know, things to fit a bit. Now I absolutely adore this cardigan on here. Where's the cardigan there? I'm going to have to open that because you can't really quite see that cardigan there very well. There we are. That cardigan I reckon would be lovely and easy to do with a nice bit of fabric. So that looks nice. So that'd be done in a bit of knit fabric. And you can also do like a little tunic that could go underneath it as well, there, you know. So I quite like that pattern, and that's an old one again, an oldie but a goodie. That's what I always think. That goes from a size 10 to an 18, and that's a simplicity one. This one here, I pulled this one out purely because I found this. I gotta go and buy some now, some more well, I have got winter fabric here. I've got an old bedroll with loads of fabric in it, but it never seems to take my fancy somehow. But this I found would make a lovely dress, but it feels polyester. It's a bit shiny and a bit silky, but it's thick, it's not thin. I could put a little underskirt, or they used to call them petticoats, didn't they? Underneath it, and buy that in cotton so that it's not next to your skin. That I think would make one of those there. I could make that. I tend to love me wrap overs, don't I? So that would look nice in that. And that's a McCall's one, an oldie again, and it says easy on the side there. And that's a McCall's M6959. And this one here, I sort of quite like the skirt on that, although they can look a bit dated. Somehow you do tend to see them in the shops a bit now. Very often I'll see a skirt and I think, oh, that takes me back a bit. But how you dress it up, I think, counts, and what fabric you make it in. And I quite like these tops here as well. And I quite like the scarf. So there's a lot going on there that I like. This one is a simplicity one, and 1920 on that one. So that's what I needed to just talk about there for a moment with the tops and the coats. So now I better take you over and show you the coat I bought. I'll be back in 2 minutes. I've got just a little bit of where I got to with the fish I was doing last time, because it was relaxing. I could do with that again. Now, when I looked at it after and I played around with this fish, sadly I didn't like it. It weren't quite right. The more I looked at it, the more I thought, that looks like an enormous bed bug. So I put myself off it then. But you can I just keep going with it when things aren't right and tweak it a little more. And I've got a way around it, which I'm going to do. I'm just going to show you with a little frame on it how I intend to deal with it, and then what my plans are with it. When I go, what I'm going to do is just do part of the fish in front and frame it, and keep bringing this frame. It's very difficult when I'm trying to hold it up. You know, so you play around with the frame, move it back, move it forward until I get it, till I like it. Now this here, which was part of the tail, I put more like a bluey sort of a metallic-y bit of oil over the top, because I had lots of several little layers going on there. What I shall do with that, if I go like this now, you can see there's quite a bit of that there, and I like that. I really love that. So I think that could do as coral or something, and if I cut that off, and I could stick that, if we get it all together, I could stick that down the bottom or something and play around with it, and then just do some small little silvery fish or something like these here, but these are a different colour. Just do some little small fish then. As you can see there, I've done those. This is one I've done. And I shall do something like that on it. Now this is the other fish that I've already showed you before, but just so I've got it to hand, I can refresh you on that one. Remember that one I done? Now they all take a while to do, because I dyed the fabric with those intense blocks, didn't I? Just giving it a wash over with them. Now this one here, this top bit here was going to be one picture, and then this down the bottom was going to be another one. But as you can see, I managed to draw a little rowing boat and then stitch it over and enhance it a bit with some stitching. And believe it or not, these pebbles, if I go in close, they're wet wipes. I just love the textures on them, and I just thought that they might be just what I wanted there. And then I done some thistles there, and as you can see, the bird looked a bit big, and I wasn't too happy with the bird, and that eye on the bird wasn't right. But this was my beginning bit when I was playing in the beginning, and I can't show you the some of the nicer and bigger ones I done because they're long gone. But I love having a play. So there you go. That other fish I shall play around with and get to do. So I don't end up with an enormous bed bug, which it was going that way. But it made me laugh. And oops, nearly knocked the camera then. Now, I have been to True Fabrics because they had a sale on their upholstery, not upholstery, but, you know, home deck for fabric. And I love that. I love my linens and I love all that. And I did show you some before, but I've added to it now. I bought this one here to make some nice cushions because my front room has got natural colours in it. Although I wish I had a plain sofa, but it's quite sort of a merge of colours, my suite is. But it's I just got two sofas, two 4-seater sofas in the lounge, and they're let me just show you what, yeah, believe it, this is the colour of my lounge suite. So I can't go too busy with that, you know, so I've got to keep it quite natural looking fabric. So in True Fabrics, let's bring you down a moment. So it's up for down. And I'll just take out what I've been buying up there. Because I absolutely love I'm like, I don't know what it is. If it's just natural and linen-y and nice, I love it. So I'm going to start my cushions. And now I did bring some cushions up, yep, to show you. And I've shown you these before, just to recap. And this is an embroidery design. I downloaded this from Etsy. Now, I've shown you this one before, but I didn't tell you something that was a problem with this. Beautiful butterflies, and whoever digitized them done a fantastic job. I'm not disappointed in any way with the design. But right, where is it to? I think it was here. Somewhere where my machine just didn't like it. It was clanging and banging when it stitched these out. This isn't as big as the pattern goes up, so on a bigger pattern it might not be a problem. But I think if I'd done it again, I would be cautious doing these scrolls here, because they did, you know, seem to, it was a bit stressful on the machine, those. Although, you know, this here and all the pattern on it, oh, I just love it. So I'm not disappointed in the pattern. I just got to, when I come to those bits again, I might just skip over them. Oh, something's fallen out. So, and the piping here, I bought that piping for these up at Dunham Mill. I'll show it to you a moment here. And I've got loads of it. Whoops. I've got loads of it. But it wasn't the best. It was quite frustrating actually to put in. Because with me, I like things to be tight. So I was buffing that needle right up against there to get a really tight sort of a bite on it, so that when I you know, when I sort of looked at it after, I knew it was, as you can see, I've embedded it in there really tight. That's what I like. But it has got on one side of the on here, you see that there, you think you could just stitch on that, but when you turn it over, that is a lot further onto the fabric than that side, if you can see what I mean. So let's get an end pit a minute and see if I can show you. So there's obviously a right and a wrong side. You start to stitch it down, I presume, straight away. So you want to play around with that. Although, oh, where is my end? Oh, it don't look like I'm going to find that. So there we go. As you can see, it's right up high on one side and not quite so high up here as on the other side, you know. So you've got to bear that in mind when you're trying to stitch that in, because if you buff up one side, you could be out the other, you know. I didn't particularly like it. I fiddled with it, and because I can't have things not right, I had to have it right. But there's lots of other ways and lots of other modern ways to do a bit of, you know, trim, although I love piping, so you can always make your own as well. Now, you could even use this for piping, because stripy is always a good, nice contrast, but I just love that. Now, there was a sale on, and they were all priced in the corner. If you looked in the corner of the fabric, they had a little price on. I'm saying that. Which got £6 for that piece. It's not over big. The width is quite small. But let me just put a cushion up to it. I would have easily got that out of, you know, of the cushion. Yeah, that would fit. So it was sort of doable for a small cushion. I think those cushions are 20 inches by something like 15 or 12, something like that. I haven't measured them. I can do in a minute. Oh, I've got an avalanche here, everything falling around me. Now, this is my lovely linen. Can you see that? Oh, and that's so lovely. I love linen. So that was another nice bit. I think that bit was £12. That one there, I can remember that. Now this, I just bought it because it was really reasonable. What was this? I don't know, but it was something like £6 or something, and I just thought, well, I just like it, and you know, you can even do some placemats with it, or just do another cushion, you know, or cut it up for some piping even. Because I used to always cut my piping on the bias when I was doing cushions, but because the cushions is, you know, each edge is straight, it's only the corners, and sometimes you can get away with not having to do it on the bias. But there's other ways again as well. You can even use salvage edges to do, I shall have a look and see if I've got any nice salvage edges. And that's another nice big bit of linen, because that will go then with my suite. But you can with this obviously embroider on top, and that was the purpose, to get a nice, because you know I've got those two lovely butterflies there on Etsy. You can just download loads of embroidery designs. I picked up this little bit because I thought, I don't know, I think it would just look pretty. You can make a little a coffee cozy thing for it to go over your cafetiere or something, and then put some little snowmen on there or something, anything like that. I quite like this one as well. I pictured that being a, you know, I saw an embroidery design with two gnomes with Costa coffee cups or that type of thing, with coffee cups, and I just thinking I could stitch that on there and then make a little cozy for my cafetiere, something like that, or a little tea cozy even, you know, might even make a nice tea cozy. But I tend to love my coffee in the mornings. This is the one I bought for to use as, you know, if you look at that salvage edge, that would look lovely on a cushion, you know, just put around the edges even. You can even put a nice sort of a delicate fancy stitch off your machine on there as well, you know. And I love doing all those types of things. I mean, I have got a few things to make for the winter. Now I've bought me coat and boots, but just take your time and enjoy it, and don't rush, and just enjoy it. And that's what I think it is. This one here was another, just an offcut, which I thought, you know, would make a lovely cushion. I didn't pay much for this, and I didn't pay much for it at all, I don't think. But it's, you can feel the quality in it, and it's lovely and soft. It's not rigid at all. So that will make a nice front of a cushion as well. This little bit, I don't know, I was thinking of me art. You know, you do those little slow stitching and you combine things like that are nice. Or you don't know what this, you know, you could do something with it. This, I wish I never bought that, because that just was horrible when I got it home. It looked like it had the hem took up on it already, and it was a little bit off colour in places. So I don't know, might throw that one away, or there might be some nice areas in it. So this lovely little bit of natural fabric again. Oh, I just love natural fabric, you know, just love the feel of it. So there'll be something I could play around, whether I could use it for art or for making stuff. And this will embroider on, you can embroider on this, and this again, it's got a lovely salvage. So this is another bit that I bought that I could use that salvage edge as a bit of little edging around the cushions. You know, I could just imagine a pretty little stitch done in cream or natural colour along there as well. So that's that. And this I liked because it does go with that. Let's get out another piece of my suite. Believe it or not, this did go okay with it. There we go. This one's a bit brighter. So that's the colour of my suite, and that did go okay. You know, we're making some cushions and that, and I love this. Oh, this wasn't in the sale though, this bit wasn't. I mean, all this added up to quite a bit. Each time I went in, I would spend 30, 40 pounds, and I've gone in like 3 times and done it, you know, but it is nice stuff. And this was 25 pounds, or maybe 26 pounds a yard, and that felt lovely. So I like that too. And these colors, little things like this, they look quite nice, you know, it's a nice different contrast. I mean, this is my suite. So there we go. I've shown you, I've got a nice bit of this. I mean, you could even make them as table runners, providing like you've got some to do the placemats in as well. I've got a new table coming. That's been a long time awaiting, and my table went astray once, but I won't say too much about that because the chap that's dealing with it, he is a nice person. So hopefully get my table soon. And a little bit extra more the love cats. So if I do get my table, I can do some napkins and do some things and all for my table. Because I'm quite a homely person, really. I love me fabric. I'm going to bring you back up so you can see me now. Whoops, I always do it wrong way around. Yeah, so now I'm going to put this away, and I'm going down and I'm going to put me ironing board up, and I'm going to do some ironing. And in order for me not to think it's a chore, sorry, get my words out in a moment, I'd always put YouTube on. Now, I listen to all the sewing girls on there when I'm ironing, and I also love documentaries, believe it or not, and I love stories about reincarnation and how they've put it together and traced back through the roots of the, you know, the reincarnation stories. I just love all that, and I love romantic comedies along with dramas. But my favourite, just lately, apart from I used to love the Bridget Jones's romantic comedies, but I also love what was it called? Serendipity. So if you ever want to put a nice movie on anytime, because sometimes they show you clips and maybe sometimes even the whole movie on YouTube. So you can watch that. And what else have I been doing? Just making a blimmin' mess in my sewing room, as you can see. I got all this fabric now to put away. So I'm going down now, have a cup of tea, and then I'm going to start my ironing, and I'm going to find something nice on YouTube. Anyway, it's lovely to be back, and I've had a lovely chat, and I hope to see you all soon. Thanks for watching, and hope you subscribe. Love to you all, and speak soon.